Hello students. We finished Model 4. We spoke about regular verbs. Play, played, work, worked, vote, voted, study, studied. Now we want to talk about many verbs that are irregular. Now in Model 5 we have lots of outcomes here. Let's see. We have to predict the meaning, and we have to talk about detectives throughout using simple past, and we have to practice comparative and superlative. And we'll have to listen to a story and act it out. And we have to read about famous detectives and write about a detective story. Finally, you have to make a project. Who did it? Now, let's look at the picture here. This is a picture of two men. It seems that they are talking to each other. They have conversation. Now we have to talk about verbs. Let's see what they are talking about. Look here. Now Sherlock Holmes sat. Sat is a verb. But is it regular verb? You know the regular, we have to put ed or d or ied. Is it a regular verb? Yes, it's not. What's the simple present of sat? Sit. So this is a regular verb. The irregular verb change all the verb. We don't add d or ed or ied. Now, when I read, please, I want you to notice the verbs that are irregular. Now, Sherlock Holmes sat at the breakfast table and gave. What's the simple past of gave here? Give, yes. Give. This is a regular verb. This is a simple past, the same as sat here. Now, Sherlock Holmes sat at the breakfast table and gave me. Who's me? Dr. Watson. Yes. So this is a story of two people who are talking to each other. Sherlock Holmes here, and his friend Dr. Watson is here. Now let's continue, please. We are here. Breakfast table and gave me a walking stick. عكازة يعني. There was شو صفاتها هاي walking stick? There was something written on it. شو المكتوب? To Mr. James Mortimer. إلى السيد James Mortimer. From his friends. 1884. From his friends. 1884. Well, Watson, what can you tell me about the owner of the stick? Owner, yani someone who has something. It's for you, not for anybody else. إذا معناها مالك وان مالك الشيء owner. So, asked Holmes, I think that Mr. Mortimer is an old country doctor. هذا تحليل الطبيب Watson is an old country doctor. He works in the country, في الريف, في قرية. His patients people who are sick, المرضى, like him, so they gave him this walking stick. يعني هم بدهم يعلمونا استخدام simple past نوع الغير منتظم من خلال قصة. المهم walking stick. يعني هذا الإشي فعلا مهم، نحط الأفعال داخل قصة تبقى أجمل وإلها معنى أكثر. Now هلأ المحقق قال له good said Holmes, why do you think he's a country doctor? Because the stick is very scratched، يعني فيها خدوش. A city doctor doesn't carry such an old stick. Holmes took the stick from my hands and looked at it. Interesting. I think the man is a country doctor. صح، كلامك صحيح. He's a country doctor. But he is not old. He is not old at all. He is a young, pleasant, everybody loves him. محبوب يعني. Young, he is not very old person. شاب. Pleasant and absent-minded. هاي صفة وليست فعل. Absent-minded يعني he forgets. Yeah, he forgets a lot. بنسى كتير. Doctor. How did you know that? Elementary يعني you are a very simple man. أنت شخص بسيط. Elementary, my dear Watson, only pleasant people get presents and only absent-minded men forget their sticks. Now نشوف وين الأفعال اللي هي irregular. Okay. sat إيش الsimple present إلها؟ sit sat. كمان yes gave وليست gave. لو إنها gave بنشيل الإي، لكن هي gave. كمان said أصلها say وهنا أصبحت said. كمان let's see here. شو هاي؟ took. The present simple of took is take وأصبحت took. Okay. خلينا نشوف. I want you to give me a title for this story. Give me a title. ممكن أقول The Stick. ممكن أسميها جيمس مورتيمر، اسم صاحب العصا، أو Sherlock Holmes because he's a very good detective. هذا الشخص هو detective، هذا محقق. هلأ من صفات المحققين إنهم بيكونوا هي الإجابة intelligent, very smart people. بيكون كمان famous مشهورين في منهم. بيكون كمان عندهم حكمة wise people. yes بيكون لطيف logical, he thinks correctly. كمان professional, they are excellent in what they do. وفعلا بيكونوا محبوبين pleasant, they are very pleasant people. owner حكينا عنها if you have something. I am of the مثلا هذا القلم لي. I am the owner of this pen. Patient, when you go to a hospital you are a patient. Sick people, مريض. Now conclusion. مثال, if I open the door and I hear some people talking, that means that there are some people in the house, وهذا يعتبر conclusion اللي هي النتيجة. Now method اللي هي a way of doing things. method اللي هي الطريقة. كل محقق له طريقة في التوصل إلى حل مشكلة ما. method. وكمان ممكن أستخدمها. Mom uses a method in cooking is very different from my aunt. هي طريقة. Interested مثال, I am not interested in reading a book right now. أنا مش مهتمة بقراءة كتاب الآن فرضا, ولكني مهتمة طبعا أكيد. لكن سأعطي مثالا آخر. I am not interested in eating a pizza right now. مش مهتمة بإني أكل بيتزا الآن. elementary هو الشخص البسيط. let's see, absent-minded. my dad is never absent-minded. والدي لا يكون شارد الذهن أبدا. scratched. look at my pen, it is not scratched at all. إذن القلم ليس لا تجد فيها أي خدوش أبدا. scratched هي الخدوش. Okay, now after reading this story, would you like to be a detective? And why? Do you think being a detective is a very good thing? بجاوب أنا بقول yes, I would like to be a detective. Why? Because they are very intelligent. They are very smart. طيب, خلينا نحط سؤال على القطعة. بدي أستخدم why مثلا. Why Sherlock Holmes is intelligent? هذا سؤال. Why do you think Sherlock Holmes is intelligent? من القطعة اللي قرأناها, I think Sherlock Holmes is intelligent because he observed the scratch on the stick. لاحظ الخدوش على العصا. And then he made a conclusion. وتوصل إلى نتيجة. فأسلوبه هو كالتالي. خلينا نقرأ هون. Sherlock Holmes, نشوف صفاته, is more famous than Poirot. Poirot على فكرة هو شخص برضو detective. and Miss Marple, وهي أيضا محققة. In fact, he is the most famous detectives of all time. الأفضل في عصره. The basic of his method, أسلوبه في التحقيق والتوصل إلى الحل, was observation, اللي هو الملاحظة. observation and observation يعني بياخد وقت طويل في الملاحظة. و after that, after observing an object, he made logical conclusion. إذن خطوتين, observation, then making a logical conclusion.